do not necessarily reflect those of the advertisers, owners, or management of Pacific Telestations, LLC. For comments, opinions, and questions, please email Jess Lujan at jessthebuzz@gmail.com. The Buzz with Jess Lujan.
Good evening, Guam. I'm Jess Lujan. Welcome to this edition of The Buzz. Tonight, a great show. We're going to be talking soccer. We have Jonah Romero this morning alongside Gavin Baker, of course, a younger player. Jonah, of course, you know from Team Matao, Guam's Team Matao, and we'll be talking soccer tonight, of course. But let me first off say good evening, guys. How you guys doing?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Hey, it's great to have you guys here and talk soccer again.
Yeah,
Jonah, let's just go back a little bit. Before we talk about the program that is going to be happening here and talk to Gavin, let's talk about the start and where soccer is at here in Guam. So let's start with that because it's really growing a lot here.
Yeah, I mean, the youth game is definitely growing a lot. You see more than, I think, 3,000 kids every weekend up at GFA playing in the Robbie Weber League. So you can tell that for our youth kids, there's a lot of desire and hunger to play the game as much as possible.
Sure. Gavin, how old are you now?
I'm 10 years old.
You're 10 years old, and who do you play for?
I play for Wings Football Club.
Okay, and how long have you been playing?
For like 5 or 4 years.
4 years, and you're only 10. Okay, so that means you started when you were about 4 or 5 years old, right?
Yes.
Yeah, great. Where did you first start playing?
I first started in Islanders.
Okay.
And then I started, and then I moved to Wings.
Okay. So you just play? Do you play only club ball? Do you play ball at school as well, or maybe just for PE class right now? Right? You're not in junior high yet at this point, so you don't have I guess sports teams in the school yet, right? Not yet. Anyway, so you were about 4 or 5 years old when you started playing. So what got you interested in soccer?
I just liked how you the game, how you play, the competitiveness. That's what I liked about soccer.
Okay. And what position do you play?
I usually play midfielder or striker.
Okay. So you play both?
Yes.
Similar to your coach, right?
Yes.
So Jonah, let's go back to your playing career. You play for Matao, but before that, let's talk about your genesis.
So I grew up in Washington, D.C., right in Fairfax, Virginia. I grew up playing soccer about the same age as Gavin, around 4 or 5. I remember my first team I played for. I played over there. We call it a house league. In the States, it's called house league, which is basically what the Robbie Weber League is here in Guam, right? It's the house league. Out of the house league, I got lucky and I got picked into an all-star team. That all-star team became Little River United, which became a travel team. Travel team is what we don't have on Guam for our kids, right? So travel team is we were playing in very competitive leagues, traveling, county to county, all over Virginia. Then you eventually would play in the region. That got divided into regions. It's U.S. youth soccer is so much more developed, and that's where we're trying to get to. Then after Little River United, I went and played with a couple of my buddies from school in Prince William County. Moved around when I was young until about 12 years old, where I got coached by Ken Krieger. Ken Krieger, his daughter is the right back for the U.S. Women's National Team. He was a U.S. National Team coach, and that's where he kind of took me under his wing. And I ended up playing with Braddock Road Titans, which became Team America Titans, winning a few state championships in Virginia, going to compete at the regional level, going to play in the national tournament for the club level. And through that process is where I got lucky. High school soccer really in the States isn't really looked on that great as much as club soccer. Club soccer is where the recruits are coming out to watch you play. They're going out to those club games rather than the high school games. So through the club rank is where I got lucky. I can't say that my high school helped me to get a scholarship for soccer. It was a club level. Ken Krieger helped me. That's where I got lucky, and I went and played at University of Memphis in Tennessee. It's about 15 or 16 hours from where I was living. There I played until my junior year, where I decided to go play pro, where I left school early and I went to go play in Puerto Rico. At the time, Puerto Rico was a top team in the USL. I played in Puerto Rico, Then I played in the Caribbean there. I got to play in Trinidad, Tobago. Came to Guam 9 years ago. When I came to Guam, it was from Puerto Rico, and I got lucky to land a contract in Asia. In Asia, I got to go play in the Philippines. I got to play in Mongolia, Thailand, and basically Guam became home, right?
Sure,
and it became my contracts were over there. I'd come back to Guam. This was paradise, right? This is where I come spend my off seasons. I'd stay here, train, and go get a new contract, stuff like that. Now Guam is home, and I've come home, and now I'm here to help the youth.
Now see, and the reason why I talked about your genesis, because see, this is a lot of what we see here in Guam is again, a lot of the sports are concentrated in the school level. Right. And where Gavin is at right now, you're still in elementary. He really doesn't. He doesn't get into.
Gavin's in middle school.
Middle school right now.
He just made
middle school. Middle school. Okay, great, fantastic.
All island team.
And so, you know, other than that, you know, soccer, you know, is what the program we have now. Soccer out here is more of a club ball now, as opposed to if you just wait for school, it's maybe one semester, a quarter, basically, with that. And again, most people back in the States or anywhere, basically, they're playing soccer year round.
Right.
The coaches see you, the recruiters see you year round. They'll also see you in school. They'll come watch you in school, but if you're only playing, you know, one semester of soccer a year, that doesn't get you anywhere.
You don't get the looks that you're supposed to get, that you deserve. You know.
That's right. So you guys are trying to bring that similar program, emulate those programs that you've had. Trying to bring that here to Guam, is right?
Right. Yeah. So, you know, playing with the Matau and everything,
sure.
We've got to travel around the world, playing professional at another level, got to travel around the world, and I've seen youth programs developed. I've helped to develop youth programs in other countries, coach kids in other countries, and, you know, I came back to Guam, and, I'm looking around. I'm going to the Robbie Weber games on Saturdays, and so much youth talent on Guam. But to me, it was... I know we're trying. They're trying to improve it, you know, I guess year by year, things like that. But to me, it wasn't enough. And the way I grew up playing, like I said, at that club level and getting those looks up by those college coaches, it wasn't fair to me to what I'm seeing for our kids here on Guam. So that is what we've tried to bring with Zest. We've tried to bring that club level, but taking them off island to compete, to be looked at by other coaches, treating them like professionals, you know. So Zest is basically, it's a program where at their age now, at 8, 9, 10 years old, you can tell are they hungry? Do they want it? Do they, what they watch on TV, is that what they want to do? Do they want to be on TV? Is that what they want? So with Zest, it's like, this is for the players who want it, who are more hungry, who really want to be playing every day, touching the ball every day. I know there's been some articles coming out about, you know, our youth is being drained and stuff like that. But, you know, in Europe and stuff, kids are playing every day, 3 to 4 or 5 hours a day. So for these articles to be coming out and being shown to our youth here in Guam, I'm like, it's not, you know, what can we do to help them? We can help them to learn how to recover better. How to recover. You're going to tell me a parent is going to say, or Gavin's parents are going to say at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, he really is tired to go to bed because he has school the next day?
That's right.
This kid's got plenty of energy to be running around there, kicking the ball around. And that's what they enjoy. You know, so why not put them in that proper atmosphere? So that is what we're trying to do with Zest. We're trying to bring that USA type style, club level. I know it's a little bit more difficult because we're so far away. But, you know, there's tournaments in Hong Kong. There's tournaments here in Asia that we can take our kids to get looked at. That we can send those videos to club coaches for them to see what level they're playing at. We can also go, you know, Surf Cups, San Diego, East Coast, West Coast. We can go compete in those tournaments. And the thing that we've done, you know, I know we said Gavin's only 10, but the thing is, we're taking them at this young age so that when they're there for the time that the college coaches can actually speak to them, it's not a shock of the competition level to them. They've been going out every year. Every year they've seen the competition, how the competition's changing and changing. Every year they see how they're changing as players. Are they ready to compete at that level, or are we staying still? You know, so rather than taking them out there at 15 years old and we go out there and it's a shock that we're playing, not USA national team players are in our tournament pool, you know, for the U16, you know, rather than that being a shock, it's not a shock. Because we've been here year after year after year.
So Gavin, you've been playing for 5 years now. You're 10 years old. You've been playing for 5 years now. You obviously know how to balance your schoolwork and your soccer, right?
Yes.
As well. So this is your normal now, right?
Yes.
This is your normal. But I tell you what, I'm going to touch on that more. Talk a little bit more of what your life is like, right? What your daily life is like, because you're studying every day, right?
Yes.
You're kicking the ball every day, right?
Yes.
You're doing something with the ball every day, right? And you're going to have to, in order to, and you're going to have to do that to maintain your status as an elite player, right?
Yes.
And you're going to have to study hard as well to be able to play soccer, right?
Yes.
So you have to balance it out. Your grades have to be good, right?
Yes.
There we go. We'll talk about that when we return. Be right back.